Hey everyone, welcome back. Thank you as always for joining us. This is Miguel Antonio Barragan, aka Fight Fiend Miggs, joined as always by my co-host Andrew. Don't get it twisted, Lapachet, who might be my twin today because we're wearing gray, and that all rhymed. And this is the Mad Boxing Show, or Mad Boxing for short. Thank you once more for joining us on this yet another scorcher of a Wednesday. If I haven't repeated myself already, I do live in Las Vegas, and it is hot as hell. It is 106 right now, and this
Holy
is
smokes.
5:30 Pacific Standard Time. So you can imagine how much hotter it was a couple of hours ago when it was much hotter. But I'm staying indoors, of course, right? I don't leave my damn house right now, so we got plenty of time to do this damn show on a Wednesday because my ass ain't leaving my house. We got plenty to talk about, mind you. Um, Besides, some news here and there, some fillers that we kind of found. There's some pretty major news. I'm sure we're going to be talking about it here. I'm sure everybody wants to hear us talking about it. It involves Jake Paul and Gervonta Tank Davis, which we will get to here shortly. We want to talk about Mr. Oscar De La Hoya talking mad crap about one Xander Zayas supposedly not wanting to get this fight going with Virgil Ortiz, and Virgil Ortiz himself having another fight already signed. We're going to be talking about that as well, and we're going to be talking about some baby mama drama by one Devin Haney, amongst other things. A couple of stories we want to sneak in there, like the unfortunate news of one Chavez Jr. no longer being in the states. Definitely want to go over that, right? So we got some stuff to talk about, of course. But before we get into all of those details, Andrew, what's going on, dude? How you doing?
Hey, what's up, Miguel? Um, Juicy stories, man. I wonder what Chavez is doing right now. That's a real fall from grace, you know.
Mhm.
Once, when I used to write, I wrote a story on Chavez Jr. and called him the Prince of Mexico, right? When he first started, it's
Mhm.
what I thought he was. And today he's in a prison cell in Mexico for drug trafficking and what is the other one?
I believe. Let me see. I pulled up the thing here.
Torture.
Confirmed. Oh well, yeah, but it doesn't say. It just says being detained after
Oh,
being
he's
detained.
got
Never
he's
being
got
arrested.
two good
Yeah, he's
charges.
gone. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
trafficking and something else, but
some sort of
just
enforcer or something
yeah,
whooping people's asses.
yeah. So just a sad time for the Chavez family. Hopefully his dad can. I'm not gonna say help him. I don't know. You just gotta let him grow on this one.
Well, I mean, I think he's kind of. I don't know. He has been babied as much as he can, I
Yeah.
suppose, right? I mean, at this point, what else can you do? I mean, there's only so many times you can, check your son out of rehab or into rehab before it's like, all right, well, sorry, dude, you kind of have to take it from here.
There'll be no rehab this time, Miguel.
No, no, all
I
right,
think that's off the table.
fair enough. I mean, I don't know how rehab is over there, but definitely isn't the same thing as it is here. He won't be able to go to no fucking rave or do no stuff that he normally did here in the U.S. But that is the story on the docket. You feeling better, dude? I know you were a little under the weather earlier this week. You feeling a little nice
Yeah.
and cool?
Yes.
All right,
Yes. Yes.
because we gotta stay on top of it. Now you're the dad of the house, right? You're the rock, but somebody's gotta ask how you doing as
I'm
well.
the.
So gotta make
I'm
sure
also the breadwinner.
that too. That's what I'm saying. Oh, so you kind of have no choice. In other words, you
We're
gotta go
always
to work.
doing good.
Yeah,
Come on, Miguel. You
right.
don't. We don't use the words. What is that? Well, I got a new reel that's always coming over my feed. I am. We don't use the words like I'm not. There you go.
Oh,
Just I am. Yes, sir.
gotcha. I am on my way to work. I will
That's
not
right.
call in. Well, I'm happy to hear that you're doing fine, doing well and dandy, because we got some juicy stories. Now, um, as I mentioned earlier in the week, Andrew was feeling a little under the weather. I was driving in from California myself, so I wasn't available to do the show earlier in the week. So we're like, all right, we'll get to it. We'll get to it Monday, right? Well, we do normally a Wednesday show anyway, so we're like, fuck it, let's go ahead and do it Wednesday. And it just so happens that more stories pop up in the meantime. So we're definitely going to be talking about those. One of the primary stories, one of the first ones that I wanted to kick off with was the 1 round ass whooping of one Dillian Whyte at the hands of, if I can pronounce his last name, Moses Itauma. How do you pronounce the last name? Andrew Itauma. I always get it wrong,
Yeah,
but
I think you just.
is that
I
what it is?
forget. No, I fucking forgot.
Yeah,
I
I
don't.
tried. We'll say that. But anyway, we saw, pretty much the end of Dillian Whyte. This was kind of his last crack at anything. This is his last little payday right on the way out. And I know there was a lot of talk about possibly setting a
Mutaya?
fight with, huh?
Mutaya?
Oh, Itauma is how I have to literally enunciate
Nah,
because I can't
it's
get it right. We'll
not
just call him
it.
Moses. Call him Moses
There
because
you go.
that's the easiest thing. But
It
apparently,
was it was too fast, Miguel. Damn it.
yes, it was. What round one TKO? I guess to consider TKO because the referee did stop it. And I know there's a lot of talk and a lot of hype behind Moses and people already wanting to throw him in there against one Alexander Usyk. But again, we talked about it, right? Yes, he might have damn near as many fights as Usyk, but as far as when he turned pro, we're talking about 2023, I believe I saw. So not exactly ready for that kind of level, but everyone else seems to think so. And it seems as though everybody else wants to actually see him thrown in there. A little too soon, don't you think?
That's how this guy rolls, right? I don't think he really cares about experience levels. If he has the feeling he wants to do the fight, they're going to do the fight. De La Hoya used to be that way. When he first opened up Golden Boy, he ran a lot of his fighters like that. Didn't fare too well. a lot of them didn't do too good in their first championship runs, probably because they were rushed a little too fast. So we'll see how Moses does. It's a good start. Look, he put hands on him. What kind of heart Dillian had in that ring, nobody will know. Only Dillian Whyte and God knows what he actually took in that ring. So it was a very good transfer of power, you would say, out with the old, in with the new, right?
Okay.
So he did his job. If it That's it. That's all we can take from it, is that he did his job. Dillian Whyte will have to go home. If you pay to watch Dillian Whyte again, that's on you, right?
Yeah.
Because we kind of seen he looked pretty far over the hill. He looked like he had a date. He's ready to go home.
Yeah, he was counting on that guaranteed money. He's like, look, I got a date. All right, that check needs to clear. We need to get out of here. First round, let's get the fuck out of here, even if it means I'm going out. And I don't know why the hell that was on DAZN pay-per-view or some shit. It wasn't even on regular DAZN.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. I could have sworn I saw advertisement. Mind you, I wasn't too interested in the fight to begin with. But when I had my DAZN app up, I was like, is this pay-per-view? What the hell is this? So I don't know. I don't know about that. But clearly they're trying to make Moses the next big thing, right? The next star. And everyone already talking about wanting to see him in there with Usyk. So it's understandable that they're trying to get as much exposure from him, or I guess him in the limelight of the spotlight, I guess I should say. But pay-per-view is a little pushing a little too fast. I don't know if you want to see that necessarily.
I wouldn't want to see that, and there's way too many hurdles in front of him before he gets to the champ. I mean, come on now.
Yeah.
The heavyweight division.
A lot of people. Come on.
Yeah, the heavyweight division's pretty heavy right now. It's stacked heavy. He should be gunning for Parker, to be honest with you. You go take out another Dillian Whyte, whoever that is. Pick one of the heavyweights with the name that's been losing, and not Anthony Joshua. Jeez, can we leave that guy alone for a minute?
I would say Chisora, but he basically retired. I don't think he's coming back after. But if he does, hey, Chisora, one more ass whooping.
Yeah, it'd do good numbers out there. You know what I mean? They love him out there. Chisora is like Arturo Gatti of the UK, right? So he just sells out the house whenever he fights. And then you go after like a Joseph Parker. You beat Joseph Parker early next year. You know what? He took the fast route, but he did it, right? Took out 2 journeymen, takes out the #1 contender. Bam, you're there. And to me, that's not even Chisora is a great opponent. That's not even really a hard task that we're putting in front of him that would legit prove himself.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of hype behind him, right? And if he continues to put on performances like that, granted, even maybe over some guys that are over the hill, it's kind of hard not to get excited, right? When you see this guy coming in, and it's kind of like, not comparing, but it's like an old school Tyson comes in, takes people out quick, and you're like, oh fuck, it's kind of hard not to jump on the bandwagon and get excited over some sort of excitement back in the heavyweight division. So hey, especially over there in the UK after getting the guys pretty much mauled by Usyk. I'm sure they want to get a little bit of payback. Hell, throw Wilder up in there. Why not? Fuck now. And Wilder's kind of they love seeing, as you said before, they love seeing the American fighters get handed, right? Especially over there. So why not throw in Wilder up in there? I'm sure he'll get the next payday.
Now, didn't you just send me something that Wilder might be in a little bit of a fight coming up? Yeah. So
might, yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
You
don't want to hit that one?
Just
gonna let that one
float, right? Well, I just thought we had.
I'm gonna call a strike. That's a strike. That's a fuck. He looked that one right over the plate, you guys.
Oh, so I didn't even swing at that one. I just like.
Hey,
went right through.
Time out. Quick story. I know we don't got enough time, but I gotta tell you that happened to me, bro. Why in softball do they have a plate behind the plate, but the first plate counts too? Like in my softball league, our home plate is extended. Like there's an extension in the back. Like there's more home plate in the back, right?
Okay.
So this freaking pitcher throws this rainbow, and I'm like, well, that's too high, right? But then it hits this black extra plate behind me, and the ref goes, strike. And I'm like, wait a minute, bro, what the fuck? So now I'm like, all right, do I take a half step back, right? Because obviously it's not home plate anymore, Miguel. Mm-hmm. Now we're playing in some fucked up universe where the plate's 2 feet long for old men. I don't know. So then I move back, bro. Why is this old fuck hit the corner of the first plate this time? And I'm watching this ball drop, and I'm like, well, that's too short. Hey, strike.
So when you come in sliding into home, do you gotta like slide into both plates? What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly, bro. I have no idea what's going on. I just signed up. It's it is what it is. But I will swing at anything from here on out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My bad. Continue, dude.
Fair enough. Let me go ahead and give my swing here because I don't want the next one to go through. Yes, we did hear recent news that we might be getting Deontay Wilder versus Francis Ngannou in a boxing bout. That's what it appears to be, of course, because I mean, damn, we know Deontay ain't going to fucking MMA bout, even though the Instagram post doesn't specify which one. I mean, it's pretty obvious it's going to be a boxing one, right? According to this right here, this is a quote from Ngannou himself saying, "I know I hit harder." Okay. We haven't engaged personally, but it will be soon. We're setting things up. So from the sounds of things, it sounds like the talks are barely getting started, but they're going in that direction. Let me go ahead and read the caption on this post here. The MMA star has hinted that discussions are set to take place soon, and he backs himself to be the more powerful puncher who wins ? So clearly, this is going to be a boxing bout. I don't think it's going to be in an MMA cage anywhere, quite frankly. But I don't know. I mean, did he not learn his lesson from AJ? Andrew, did Ngannou not learn his fucking lesson?
It's a good fight for Ngannou, and I'm going to say where there's smoke, there's fire when he talks, because he's the A side of this negotiations, in my opinion. He's the one bringing the eyeballs, right? He's the ticket seller. Deontay's kind of been past his prime for a while now. I'm sure there's loyal fans, but nowhere like the MMA side following Ngannou. So I believe that, yeah, thank you, man. As long as Ngannou's in and His Excellency Turkey wants to pay for the bout and do it all over again, they're going to run with this. It's a good fight. They're two power punchers. Now that the MMA is making more and more of their way into boxing, as far as Dana White promoting both sports and really the UFC too, why not let Ngannou make some millions of dollars to let them men see what's going on, and maybe more will cross over into the TKO thing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm not mad about the fight. I think we talked about last week when Deontay turned down a fight recently. Is that correct? Didn't we talk about that?
Yes,
Who called him out and he kind of said no or something?
I want to say Miller. No,
there you go. I
yes,
think you're
yes,
right.
Darrell Miller. Yeah, that's right. Because
Yep.
Jared
Steroid
Anderson
baby.
stepped up. Steroid baby. Yes, yes. That's what we heard at least. Whether or not it's accurate, we're not entirely sure. But that's what we read online. That once Anderson stepped out, it was offered to Deontay, and Deontay turned it down.
He turned it down, and I think me and you both agreed that it was because something bigger was probably coming down the pipeline.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Ngannou's much bigger, so yeah, it's a good fight. It's a good fight for Deontay. Try to get his name back. Look what it did for Anthony Joshua. And not saying that he wins. Ngannou might knock his ass out too.
But he has a much better chance of winning than against Miller. It's a bigger name fight, and it's less of a. I mean, yes, he can get knocked the fuck out as possible, of course. But being a former champion, chances are he might connect first on Ngannou, and it's going to be Ngannou goes down. But he has, I would say, a much better chance of beating Ngannou than he would against somebody like Miller.
And with Wilder's legs, I would never want him to see him take a low kick, bro.
Yeah, I've seen those twigs, those twigs of I don't know what I would call them. My dad sees it as like he's got stilts, man. This is just he's tall as hell, but nothing down there. But yeah, definitely. So I mean, I guess we can. Granted, they're very late at the beginning stages. It isn't like they're talking quite yet or negotiating, but. Who do you think takes it? I guess this is just kind of another prediction, but are we looking at Deontay that's two shot, like maybe even gun shy, that he won't let his hands go and possibly risk getting knocked the fuck out? Or does he come in saying, you know what, dude, this guy's coming off a knockout too. I can crack him. I'm going to open up my hands.
I got to think Ngannou's fresher because that was the first time he's ever been stopped, right? Was the Anthony Joshua knockout?
Yes, I want to say I'm almost certain. Yeah, because even in MMA, he's lost decisions, but I don't think he's been stopped. Not that I can remember right offhand.
Yeah, I think that was a talking point for him going into boxing. So I think he has the fresher chin of the two. Don't mark my words, because I know MMA, they take a lot of punches and strikes also. I watched it this weekend. That was pretty bad. The kid that took the elbow to the
those
temple.
You see both of them, those back to back. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the other guy took like 200 punches to his brain. He didn't take them to his chin, you guys. He was taking those and they were baby shots, but damn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was
There's impact.
I called mercy, bro. I was like round 5, Miguel. I'm like, bro, I'll stop it. Throw the fucking towel in, man. Like the guy can't do it. Miguel, I'm getting out of line, but I've never seen a crucifix twice, bro. Twice in one round. Dana was like, will you break this shit up? Get up, you guys. He said, oh, watch this. Yeah, got him right back into it. I said, oh, this poor kid, he's fucked. Pack it up. What's his name? What was the guy that lost?
The champ?
Yeah,
he lost. We call him DDP, but his name is Dricus Dusuplay. He's got some, I can never pronounce the last name, but we call him DDP for short.
That's the kind of whipping you take on a schoolyard where you don't come back to school, eh?
Yeah. It's like, I don't want to show my face here anymore. Damn, just call it a career, homie. Got fucking mauled. But yes, I do see what we're talking about. They definitely take a lot of shots in the MMA world as well. So,
with Wilder, I'm afraid he might be at that point too. You know what I mean? Where one shot and he's going to be clinching on his mouthpiece and can't let go. So I might have Ngannou by a slight favorite right now. Now, Wilder lands, first man lands, but man, I just don't know if Wilder has the one punch knockout to stop Ngannou like that. You know what I mean? It's a great fight, something we see what the odds are, but I might lean a little bit on Ngannou because of just the mental state of Deontay right now.
Yeah, and I kind of suspect that Deontay might be a little gun shy. He won't be able to let his hands go knowing what's coming the other direction. So I suspect he might play it a little bit more defensive. But I like you said, whoever lands first, whoever hurts the other guy first, I don't think the other guy's going to recover. Like whoever gets hurt first is going to end up getting fucked. So, but hey, it's going to be entertaining. Two big heavy hitters, and I'm down for it. All right, it kind of came out of nowhere. I saw that and I was like, oh, what, for real? Shit, okay. I'm down for that one. All right. But thank you for that softball, or that what would you call it? Yeah, the softball, the underhanded. I appreciate that. But on to what was going to be the primary story of the show. It was announced, was it yesterday or maybe the day before then, that one Jake Paul will be taking on Gervonta Tank Davis in an exhibition bout no more than a few days after we heard Eddie Hearn himself say that there was a very strong possibility that we were going to get Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua. He said it himself. He said, we're close. We're close. For whatever reason, well, I should take that back. I want to say for whatever reason. I didn't take a quick screenshot here. But as I understand it, the negotiations with Anthony Joshua fell apart over network issues. Let me go ahead and pull up this post from Supreme Boxing breaking. And of course, they have the Ring Magazine post. Jake Paul will face Gervonta Tank Davis on November 15th at State Farm Arena in Atlanta, Georgia, in an exhibition bout and live on Netflix. Sources confirmed to Mike Coppinger. Talks to face Paul, talks of Paul to face Anthony Joshua collapsed over network issues. Paul's last fight took place in 200 pounds, yada, 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 and Davis at 135. So apparently, it looks like what Eddie Hearn was talking about. The fight was probably close to being signed. I'm talking Anthony Joshua and Jake Paul. And then they couldn't come to some sort of agreement as far as networks go. If this fight, this fight here that was announced with Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis on Netflix, why wouldn't why would they be okay with that? Why wouldn't what kind of I guess hurdles would there be there from like Eddie Hearn and DAZN to say like, no, we don't want it for free on Netflix? I don't know. It just seems kind of messed up. Wouldn't they want to be on Netflix?
Yeah, there might be a contract thing that they can't be until his contract is fulfilled with DAZN. It could be something as minor as that. And I'm going to say it right now. Jake Paul and them knew that. That's why they called him out. That's why they're leaning on it's the contract. Oh, you can't fight? Oh, my bad. At least I tried. Now you have, the 2 million followers that Anthony Joshua has, all knowing that Jake Paul is fighting who next, right? Mm-hmm. So he got all of them to pay attention, do the clickbait. They fell for it. Then the next week or whatever drops the other opponent, and now they all know about it again. So I think it's a great marketing move. I do, because of the opponent that they brought out, I have no motherfucking confidence that he was ever going to fight Anthony Joshua. You don't go from Anthony Joshua to fucking some come on. I'll let you say it, but you don't go from that to that. You know what I mean? Stop it.
Yeah. No, I mean, I agree. And Jake Paul has done this before, called out MMA guys specifically that are still under contract with the UFC, knowing it's not going to happen.
Go.
So it makes him look like the real tough guy, like, what, I'm calling you out. You're the one that's on the wrong side of the street or whatever, right? So he's done it before, and he did it in this particular case. Now his name is kind of in the mix in the public eye, and then bam, he signs with Gervonta Davis, who is what, 5'4"? Is that what it is, right?
5'4", 135 pounds. I mean,
yeah.
It's a bad look. Listen, on paper, it's a bad look. In the ring, it might look totally different. You guys don't fucking count Gervonta Davis out in this fight. Right, I'm going to be going for the little shit. I know that. I hope we don't have to jump when he punches, but I'm going to be going for him. Chop him, Gervonta, chop him down, bro. If you got to hit him in the waist, hit those hips. Bring his ass to you. Do not jump.
It's an exhibition fight, so I don't even think there's going to be judges, quite frankly. It's going to be similar to...
No, they're going to fight. You remember, bro, this was to get the fight on. No, I think Jake Paul has got all the confidence in the world that he's throwing blows with a champ. In his mind, he's about to go blows with the champion. The commission would never have allowed it, though. 135 to 200, stop it. You know what I mean? They would have been like, stop. You guys stop right now. We're not doing 10 rounds, 8 rounds. There's no rounds. So I think when they get in that ring, they might have a celebrity ref, and they should bring one. They should bring a former boxer. Tyson, I don't know. Someone that can control it. You know what I'm saying? It's a joke.
It is.
But fucking throw down. Gervonta should go in there knowing that Jake Paul at 200 fucking pounds is trying to knock him out, get mad, and try to knock him out too. Let's go. And they're going to make a shit ton of money. Oh my God. They both got tattoos. They're both young. Oh, it's fucking, this is selling tickets all day. I don't know if they're going to go racial. They shouldn't, but that card's there. You know, if I want to play Bob Arum, they got that card there too. If they wanted to do it, you know what I mean? It's a moneymaker, you guys. It's all business. After the fight, they're gonna hug. They're gonna go out to dinner. It's all business. But they got a bunch of cards they can pull on this one. Am I happy about it, Miguel? I'm gonna ask my own question and answer it.
Well, at least let me answer it. Andrew, are you happy about this? Are you happy about this?
I'm sorry, bro. Yeah. I'm gonna say yes because I think Gervonta is gonna embarrass this kid. I really do. I don't think Gervonta is gonna allow him to win. So I'm gonna say I am happy. And second, it gets Gervonta's punk ass out of boxing. He's a punk, bro. He might be hard on the street. He might be hard to me. He come up to me and knock me out in 2 seconds. Got it. But what he's shown us as a professional boxer is some punk ass shit. Seriously. He's avoided fights for fucking years. He's been the prospect. He's been a champion. He's been the face. He's been the biggest pay-per-view sale in boxing. And he doesn't give us the fights we want. Fuck him. If it was boxing, I would erase him from every category today. And you know he's coming back. You guys, you know he's coming back. But I would say this is how irrelevant you are to us. Not relevant. You're gone. In a blink of an eye, and we're moving forward. Because Miguel, he was never there in the first place. We're actually like Lamont Roach. Yeah, Lamont Roach. How many other fights were there?
Plenty. Loma. There was who else? Teofimo. There were plenty. There were plenty.
The list. Shakur, Keyshawn. Anyone you put in the ring with him at this point. It sells tickets. You're a fucking coward. And I can call you a coward, one, because you never gave the fights your fans wanted to see, and two, you hit women. Sorry.
But when I wanted to mention specifically because the fight is considered an exhibition, is that there won't be a winner. It's going to be just like, if I'm not mistaken, Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather, where it's like they just go 8 rounds and at the end they just raise both their hands like, all right, there's no real winner. So that's why I'm like, are they really going to throw it down if there's no fucking winner? Like, what exactly? Why wouldn't they just like, hey, let's just do a light sparring for 8 fucking rounds?
They should meet in Miami somewhere, have both entourages fight, and we're going to call this a street fight. Hey, listen, Ben, we're going to call it a street fight. We're going to be Max Kellerman. Who would you want to be that night? Right? That's how we're going to play this one. That's it. That's all I got. So, but we got to make it a street fight. So, 2 of your boys need to throw down.
All right.
Two bodyguards need to meet in the middle of a dance floor.
Yeah. Who's got the better bodyguard? Well, clearly you're excited about this one. There's a few people that weren't very excited about this one. Maybe one, Ryan Garcia, wasn't quite happy with this here, going as far as to go to his social media accounts and decided to voice his displeasure, voice his grievances, going as far as to say boxing is officially WWE. All right. He goes on to say, this just proves that the blueprint is to get popular, and be a decent fighter, pick fights to win that gives you advantages, and continue to rack up money. Integrity of the sport is getting ruined every day.
Oh my God.
If you are an upcoming fighter, I'd just focus on strictly building your name.
How did you say that with a straight face, bro? The integrity of the sport, that coming from Ryan fucking Garcia?
Yes. The one who's criticizing the literal formula that was used on him as far as becoming popular goes. You know, we know he had a humongous social media following, albeit our boy Lee Harnish would always tell us that he would buy his followers. Who the hell knows if that was legit or not? But he had quite the following, right? So, and then people started realizing, you know, okay, this dude can kind of throw down the Luke Campbell fight and so on and so forth. So it's literally the fucking formula that he used to get to where he's at, and is over here criticizing this formula here. So, very pleased, going as far as to calling it WWE and saying, the integrity of the sport is going down every day. He's one to talk, huh?
This jackass drank a beer on a scale like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Mm-hmm.
He came in 3 pounds overweight and on drugs. Knowingly, unknowingly, tested dirty. Sorry. What the fuck are you talking? Like, dude, someone needs to smack him. Oscar should have tweeted him. Calm down, Ryan, just to fucking trigger him. Ryan, calm down. Is your mental state okay, Ryan? He's like, fuck you, Oscar. Like, shit, integrity of the sport.
Did you take your pills today? Did you take your pills today, Ryan? Did you take your medication? Please go check your mom.
Go get a win, dude. How about that? I don't even Ryan. Hey, you know what? Wait, shot to Ryan. He took back his divorce. I credit the man for that. Yeah, I credit the man for that. He's gonna stay with his.
He's gonna try to work it out.
She's got 2 babies. She just had one.
Could it be that he doesn't want to pay for child support?
$200,000. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes, just in child support, not including spousal support. All right, son.
Hey, but Kobe, rest in peace, was like, "Hey, how much is that $3 million diamond? Go get that for her. I need to go home."
It's like, I got places to go. Let me go ahead and just solve this problem real fast.
But he's doing better with his baby mama than another welterweight. We know.
Don't throw me the softball yet. We're not there yet. Dang it.
Okay,
yes,
I'm sorry.
We'll be talking about that one shortly because someone else I wanted to mention that wasn't very pleased with the news, or maybe he was because clearly he's laughing, is one Lamont Roach Jr., who also went to his social media page saying, "Told y'all, LOL," which means laughing out loud and not so love. And then 4 ducks, duck, 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 duck. So clearly we understand what he's trying to say. I mean, we called it out, several weeks ago already. It was obvious that Gervonta and his threats of retirement was basically to get out of that damn rematch with Lamont Roach. And we kind of saw it coming, right? We understood that was the thing. We didn't know he was going to go this direction, but he got it. And Lamont Roach definitely straight up calling him a duck. And I mean, it's hard to disagree with that, right?
We knew he was ducking. Look, Roach, he needs to do the right thing and go out there and try to get the second biggest fight that he can. He needs to stay relevant. He needs to stay hot. Don't let this duck be the center point of your career. You know what I mean? The division's hot. Stevenson, Murataya, Davis, Cepeda, Abdullah Mason, Schofield. That's a hot division. That's a lot of contenders in the top there. Go get one of them. Make the fight. Make the deal. Get your name out there. Look, this division's hot enough. Bro, you're going to get past Gervonta so fast. So fast. Well, you need 1 or 2 wins and your career is set. You know what I mean? You're off again. So this is not a setback. This should be a jump start to his career, his main event career, his top 10 career. That's like 7 hitters right there that are all in the mix, and they're all got good records. Excellency looks to be doing business with everyone. So if I'm Lamont Roach, stop tweeting and start fucking calling up managers in Turkey and see where he can go with this. Maybe he can take Davis's PBC fan base just like that, bro.
Yeah, possibly, right? Because I mean, he's got the world's attention, the boxing world's attention after his first performance against Gervonta, and then now this. I mean, it looks like the ball's in his court, right? He can call the shots. It's almost like oh shit, this fool's got street cred. Like, oh fuck, so much so that Gervonta's trying to duck this motherfucker, right? It's like, oh wow, to that degree.
Am I crazy for saying Shakur? Should he just go?
No, hell no. He should go straight. He's a former champion at 130 himself, Lamont. So yeah, fuck yeah, go after Shakur. Shit, why not? I mean, I don't know if Shakur will be interested in that fight, but I'd be down for that one. That one would be fucking cool.
As long as you can sell it to the guy writing the checks, I think all these guys are down for any fight right now. That's what it seems like, right? Now, if Netflix starts going and they start seeing money generated in a whole nother avenue, then yes, we're gonna go back to boxing. Back in the old days where you got to talk to my guy, we need to negotiate, yada, yada. But where we were a few months ago, it's whatever turkey's selling, they were buying, right? shit, Shakur had to go through the ringer within that Cepeda fight, and he still showed up. You know what I mean? They were fucking clowning him, calling him Tom and Jerry, telling him they were going to shrink the ring. It's just elemental games. He still showed up. So I like that one. You know, and that would really put what is the word? Like a slash on Gervonta's record, man. If Roach and Stevenson got made immediately when he leaves, coward. That's why you slap girls.
So you mentioned it earlier. This is going to be on Netflix, right? Like, we knew that, you know, Tyson Jake Paul was just, you know, a joke, right? I mean, he's going after somebody with that's 50, or how old is he? 60 at this point? I don't know how old.
Yeah, 57, I believe he was, bro. 57, yeah.
So now going after somebody who's way smaller, granted still in an exhibition, but way smaller than that, people will tune in, right? Because people, they like to see the train wreck, they like to see the circus. It's fun to watch that. But you think this is going to do anything close to what Jake Paul and Mike Tyson did as far as viewership goes?
No. 48 million homes? No. I don't think Davis brings that many eyeballs that don't know Jake Paul already. A lot of the fan base that watch Gervonta, I think, already know who Jake Paul is. They probably watched the Jake Paul fight too. Now he's going to bring some, but it's nowhere near Mike Tyson level. Nah.
No, you don't think the PBC peeps? I mean, he did.
I mean, look, Miguel, if they do 19 million homes, it's more than boxing's ever had. Mm-hmm. Right? You got to think about boxing in its heyday, dude. We're like, what, pressing 3 million? I'm talking just HBO, not pay-per-views. Yeah. You know, I'm just talking HBO is, you know, I don't remember it ever being as high as like 3 million views in one night. Now, I don't know about replays and all of that, but no, if they did, you know, the girls' viewership number 6 million homes was huge for us, you know. So they just need to get up there in the millions. We can't set the bar too high yet. We got to get a little bit more fights out there on Netflix to see what our real audience base is like, our average base. Mm-hmm. So I won't go as high as 40. I'm gonna say if they get into the tens, the 10, 11, 12 million, that'd be a decent number for them.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, the fact that it's Netflix is very doable. This is going to take place at State Farm Arena in Atlanta. What do you think
That's where the fight can happen?
Huh?
I see a fight in the strip club.
Well, yeah, that's what I was asking. I was like, so what do you think about the particular city and venue that they chose? I mean, the venue, whatever, fuck, right? I don't even know. Is this where the Atlanta Hawks play? I don't know if they play at State Farm Arena, but regardless, it's hot Atlanta, right? And it's gonna be November, so it won't be as hot. But regardless, yeah, we can anticipate a couple of crowd fights, maybe.
Yeah, a crowd fight. I want a press conference shove match. Maybe that's where the two bodyguards will throw down. Now they got to spice this up a little. They got to spice it up a little. Don't go up there and try to sell this as a fight. It's going to be pathetic. You know, they're going to be bringing out a bench for Davis, lowering the fucking microphone. Then when he leaves, they're like, get it out of here. No, the 6-foot guy is here. He's going to be talking shit and looking like a big ass bully, you know? So isn't Gervonta the one who was picked up one time? Who picked Gervonta up at a party?
Oh, damn. Was it? No, no.
Did he pick him? I think Danny picked up Davis, bro. You need to Google that.
Like, literally physically picked him up?
He picked him up, bro, like his little brother. Like, you know, and Davis was pissed, felt so awkward. I got to think it was the Diddy one. That shit's going to be funny if you find it.
Well, I'm going to look for it, but let's see here. Because it does say, hold on. It says Gervonta gets tight with Diddy. Oh, you're right. He did. Yes. Okay. So hold on. But let me, because when you described it like that, it wasn't like he was just moving him out the fucking way. It wasn't that. They were like coming in for a hug, right? They did the whole boom boom, and he like, hugged them real nice and tight and said like, bam, and then he lifted him up, right? And then you can see Gervonta's face for a brief moment, like, going down. So yeah, you can see a little bit of panic in his face. But I did just see. Yeah, and the funny thing is that the specific title of the video has nothing to do with that. It's just like, he gets a tight hug from Diddy kind of thing. That's pretty much all it is. It's like, all right, well, you wouldn't think twice until you see him, and then he's lifted off the ground.
Trust me, on the streets, that would have brought some words. Motherfucker, don't pick me up off the fucking ground. Like,
Yeah.
hey, calm down. You're just so low. I have to bring you up.
It's like my back is hurting, man. I can't be hunching over. I got to bring you up to my level. I'm sorry. But yeah, that was. I mean, squeeze him tight. Sure, he's your homie, but don't be fucking lifting him up.
I've never lifted up with my friends, dude.
No, I don't think I mean, I'm of average height, and most of my friends are of average height, so it's not like I have a lot of short friends anyway. But nonetheless, definitely not gonna lift somebody up who can probably fucking punch my damn, my spleen, not my back. Yeah. So Netflix, all right. Atlanta, sounds like they got everything going on. November 15th, cool. All right. I guess we're gonna.
Oh, you know what I wanted to say, Miguel?
What?
If I was Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn, I would strike a deal, tell DAZN to strike a deal with Netflix just to call his bluff, bro. Have the two CEOs like call each other and go, let's just fuck with them. All right, and then put it out there. Netflix and DAZN strike a deal for AJ to watch fucking whatchamacallit, Jake Paul get injured next day. I was training for him and I hurt my arm. Damn it.
Right. It's that someone else lifted me up and they put me back down. I twisted my ankle. It happens. I'm sorry.
That'd be funny, Struck a deal.
Yeah, that'd be some shit. But hey, we're gonna get it. All right, November. All right, let's see how this goes. I'm kind of liking your special guest referee type of thing. We definitely don't need a legitimate one. We get Jesse the Body Ventura. Fuck, I don't know, somebody up in there that's gonna be able to get. Wait, isn't Evander Holyfield from Atlanta? Get it, Evander.
There you go.
Yeah. Evander be like guy who can separate them. That'd be a good one.
Nice.
Evander, if you're listening to this, please. I know you need another payday. I think your kids are already 18 years old. I don't know if you're still paying child support for your gazillion kids, but if you need an extra payday, bam, you could be a referee. I would say they pay you handsomely, and you'll be on Netflix. Yep. But regarding baby mamas and child support, back to your softball, Andrew, appreciate it. One Devin Haney has decided to sue his baby mama. Do you remember that song from the 90s that was like, who that is? That's just my baby daddy. Who that is? That's just my baby daddy. That's the first thing that came to mind when I fucking read this. But the report by a source of boxing and Instagram account that says Devin Haney is suing his daughter's mother, his baby mama, Lena. I don't know how to pronounce the last name, Sayed, Sayed or Sayed. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but Lena, for alleged extortion and defamation, claiming she spread false accusations to pressure him for money and visitation rights. She denies the claims, saying she only seeks proper child support, with their court battle continuing next month, per TMZ. So apparently he's going to court, right? Because the mother of his child is seeking proper child support payments, or whatever the case may be, amount. He's saying, hold the front door. Clearly you're extorting me here. I'm going to take your ass to court, because not only are you trying to extort me for money, but you're also defaming me, my name. You're throwing my name through the gutter, or dragging it through the gutters. So he's going to go to court. What do you think of that?
It seems like a waste of money. Not too many times the judge or the justice department is going to side with the father, right? Especially a father with a track record of not being such a good guy on the internet, right? Slapping people and stuff on the internet.
Punching some kid at some fucking fair.
Yeah. So, I don't even know how she could be extorting him if he means like she's getting money from him outside. Everything that he gives to her should be on record. Yeah. Right? He's a fool if he's gonna go to that judge and be like, yeah, well, Your Honor, I gave her $5,000 the other night just because. You know what the judge is gonna say? Well, you did that just because. Yeah. I'm not giving that back to you. What do you mean? Like, oh, there's stuff that I didn't tell my lawyer. Well, that's your fault. Those sound like gifts. You don't get gifts back. So I don't know. I don't know how does she have some sex tape on him? I don't know. We all heard the rumors, right?
Maybe she has a tape of him hitting the bag and his gloves actually making that squeak sound, like for real. And he's like, no, don't. Like, oh, I got it right here.
He was known for being at the Diddy house too.
Yes, it's very true.
So I don't know what the hell's going on with defamation, extortion. Sounds like a sex tape. I'm sorry. That's what it sounds like to me, Devin. Like she got the info on what do you call it, 411? She got the 411 on something very personal about you. Maybe you got a little pee-pee. I'm just playing. I'm in a good mood, you guys. I'm just playing. Devin, get your shit right. Hey, he's fighting Brian Norman, right?
He is yes, in November. Brian
Norman's gonna cook him. He's gonna cook.
So because it says that he's gonna go to court next month, which is September, October, November, 2 months away. I think it's like 2 months away is his fight in Saudi Arabia against Brian Norman. So man, seems like a waste of money and probably a bad idea, right? Like this
bad
goes
idea.
to a pretty important fight.
Especially if it's the extortion and defamation is on anywhere in the ballpark of what I'm leaning towards. You didn't want to bring that out right before this fight. I would have paid her to shut the fuck up, and then after the fight, come back to that situation. But if she does drop the bombshell or whatever she has comes out right before the fight, you know what's going to happen to him on social media. Just stay. If I was him, I'd get off social. Devin was a good kid. I don't know what happened to him. Was it the money? The beatdown? I don't know what happened to Devin, but
I had to say it was the money. I'm sorry, no, the beatdown, because I know he'd been like he was like what's the word? He was touted as like being one of the, at the time that he was a lightweight, one of the best paid lightweights, fighting guys like Gamboa and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what? This guy's making a fuck ton of money. So he's had money since then. I don't think it was that. It had to have been the beatdown.
Yeah. No, you're right on that. That was one of their feathers in the cap was the management part with his dad. So, yeah, the beatdown. I don't know. He's changed, man. Seems like a stupid lawsuit. Hope everything's good. I'm just talking shit. Devin was always a good kid. He's just a little lost right now. He needs to get back in that ring. But damn, Brian Norman, he's looking like he's on point right now. Like he's hitting his peak on his prime. You see his jump workouts he's been posting?
No,
it's a thing of beauty, eh? He's cut from that old school. He can move that rope. So I was like, shit. I showed Junior, man, because it's pretty. I mean, him and Teofimo, they know how to jump rope really good. So he's definitely looks like to be in the zone right now. Well, you know, Haney's out here fucking talking to lawyers and baby mamas and just living. You know, he's living the life, but he's dead smack in his prime. And when you're in your prime in boxing, you got to stay focused, man. You must stay focused. Look, you guys, that could have been part of the reason of his last performance, right? Wasn't that great because his mind really it wasn't in it. You know what I'm saying? His heart, his determination. So we gave him I gave him, I won't lie, I gave him the benefit of the doubt. Said, hey, he just needed to get past this one, then he's going to get hard on his next one. And we're still fucking around. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. So, and by the way, a side note, it looks like I think I read recently that Brian Norman re-signed his or extended his contract with Top Rank. So, hey, there's another guy. Because, you know, we've heard a lot of stuff about Top Rank, right? We don't know where they're going to land, yada. There's going to be layoffs, et cetera, that we've read on Twitter. And they were able to secure, you know, re-sign. Because I always get that word. It's like resign. No, re-sign. Brian Norman Jr. So he stays with Top Rank, and we can have ourselves quite an intriguing bout with you know, Brian Norman Jr. and Devin Haney now with this added to, with this extra outside of the ring drama added to the story.
Is there defamation? Did Haney say if it was just her saying he's a bad dad? Is that what it is all about? This extortion thing? Is it just about him being a bad dad, or is there something juicy behind it?
Well, I don't know, because I mean, it says false accusations. So defamation, false accusations. I mean, like, you know, she's saying that he's whooping her ass or something. Oh, yeah, is that what it is? You know, I mean, that's usually the one that most, you know, judges tend to believe, right? Like right off the bat, that's what it is. So I have to assume that's what it is. I don't know about the defamation. Like, what? Maybe it is. He's like, oh, you know, he's got a small dick. I saw it on the fucking, you know, the Diddy parties or whatever. I don't know. I mean, I haven't heard it. I haven't heard anything, so I don't know what exactly he's talking about. Because I would hear. I haven't actually really heard her talk or like heard any clips of her saying anything about Devin. Maybe I've missed it, but I haven't heard her say anything. Not yet, at least. But definitely the kind of distractions that he does not need leading up to what is a pretty important title fight at the 147 against Brian Norman Jr. in November.
And back in the day, this fight right here is like he either wins or he's washed, right? He's like Miguel Cotto after this fight, eh? You know, it's only his second loss, but they'll be like, nope, he's done.
Yeah,
that's so bad for Cotto, and that came out on him. It was like, nah, he'll never be the same. It's like, dude, he's fucking got one loss, man, and he was never the same.
You mean like after? I mean, what are you talking about? A second loss against? Was it against Manny? Is that was the second loss?
No, or is it against Manny?
That's Margarito. Because Margarito was his first one. I want to say Margarito was his first one, but yeah, let me see.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because he gets TKO'd at the end, right? Isn't it at the very end of the fight? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it probably is Manny. Yeah, he had two losses. They were both knockouts, and Puerto Rico was like, yeah, he's done. He's washed.
Yeah. I mean, I thought that too. I actually put money that Joshua Clottey would beat him, and it was a split decision. I was like, you fucking judges, sons of bitches.
You remember? Yeah, he went through. Dude, that's when he split his eye on. That was the one he couldn't quit, right? The Clottey fight.
Is that the one? Oh, I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, because he quits in the Margarito and then gets a cut, and Freddie Roach is like, you can't do this, kid. Okay, you got to keep going. Isn't it Freddie training him in that one? I might be mistaken on that one. When he
no, because then he has Manny next, so there's no way.
Okay, all right. I forgot who his trainer was, but they're like, we gotta go. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's like, fuck it. No, it's not. It's something. Stop the fucking fight. That was fucking terrible.
Oh, Cotto, we miss you. Well, on the subject of extortion, well, I have probably nothing to do with extortion, but I figured I'd throw that in there. One Chavez Jr. has officially been deported to Mexico after being detained here in the U.S. Let me go ahead and read this here. Boxer Julio Chavez Jr. was deported this Monday by the U.S. government to Mexico after being detained in Los Angeles last July. The president of Mexico, whose name I cannot pronounce, Claudia Sheinbaum, confirmed this Tuesday that he was deported. So he's gone. I looked up a quick article. It doesn't specify anything that you were talking about. I know that, we kind of talked about it before of like, people beating people up who are hung like a fucking punching bag and basically him wailing away. So according to what one of these other articles says, Boxer Chavez Jr. has been deported to Mexico where he's wanted for alleged cartel ties following his arrest in the U.S. for overstaying his visa and lying on the green card application. What? Did you hear about this? I'm just not reading this. So apparently he overstayed his visa stay and he lied on his green card. Chavez was handed over by authorities and admitted to a prison in the northern state of Sonora. All right.
Bro.
An official told the Associated Press on condition of anonymity Tuesday because they were not authorized to speak publicly about the matter.
He's got cartel ties. He's got trafficking explosives, trafficking guns. He's got an investigation on him that started in 2019, Miguel. He's so cooked, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's a long time the feds have been knowing that what he was bringing in his planes, dude.
Whatever.
You know what? That makes this really scary. I know he's in, how do you say it? Sonora? Sonora?
Yeah.
And that's sort of his dad's territory? Is that the same state?
I don't think so. He's from Sinaloa, which is
Sinaloa. Yeah, oh, shit. Hey, they might kill this kid. Listen, and this is not funny.
That degree, you think?
Bro, there's so many cartel guys that are flipping right now. That is all, dude. El Chapo's son,
like ratting?
Yeah, yes, flipping, meaning they're going over to the feds and striking deals and giving up info. This guy has what the hell? It's 2019.
Yeah, started. Hold on, let's see here. So The Mexico's attorney general said the investigation into Chavez started in 2019. He is a Mexican citizen from yada yada yada. Had Chavez Jr. had a warrant for his arrest in Mexico for alleged arms and drug trafficking and ties to the Sinaloa cartel, which the Trump administration designated as a foreign terror organization in February. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
So he's
they just
connected, huh?
They just had another one flip. I'm forgetting his name. I want to say Flaco, but I'm forgetting his name. It's another boss that just flipped. Dude, they brought 26 of them over here the other day. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah, the president, she sent 26 cartel guys that were wanted in America. We sent them Chavez Jr. Was it a trade?
Eesh.
Yeah, right. Was there something going on? I have no idea. But you know what? If I'm damn Chavez, he better strike that deal as fast as he can, because they're not going to let that go to court. 4 years investigation. You want that to go away?
Yeah. Well, damn. He's in some serious deep shit. He's in some serious deep shit.
Because, bro, we know it's about those private planes. That trafficking shit isn't him driving guns around into America. They were bringing that private jet here fully loaded. They probably have a house in Las Vegas somewhere. You only need a house, right? If you could stockpile the house with drugs and guns and everything, then the house will make the gang. They will recruit the guys from the neighborhood. They're going to start pushing it. So they just needed a house. Chavez is bringing the shit whenever he lands. It's got to be the private jets. It's got to be. He's transferring to LA. He's transferring to Las Vegas. You would say those are probably his most common stops.
Mm-hmm. Damn. Dude's got some serious fucking trouble going. Man, I don't know.
To be honest with you, I think the security in private airports are going to go through the roof after all this. The cartels have been linked to this shit for a minute, dude. We're doing it with the musicians, and now we're seeing with the pro boxer. And look, didn't we just hit the news that Canelo's godfather is a cartel boss? Did you hear about that?
Oh, geez, no, I did not hear about that.
Let me see if I could find it. But look, they're being linked to everything that's leaving Mexico, right? Mm-hmm. They're like, hey, I heard you get to travel a lot. Guess who you work for now?
Do you have extra space in that plane for just I don't know, maybe the seat cushions? I'm just saying, you can put some.
How many are on your flight? 5. But you have 10 seats? Remove 5 of them. Remove 5.
And I was like, no, I got those cans of my alcoholic cocktail. Like, no. Leave that shit there, Fuck that.
Anything that can take some weight off so they can put some weight on, baby.
Oh.
The inspector's all, hey, where are all the seats at?
Yeah. It's like, we just, we're shadow boxing over here. We need some room. We just, remove the seats.
These guys, oh fuck, that's scary. I didn't know that, man. That's news to me right now. The whole 2019. That means, yeah. I was gonna say me and Chavez are hanging out while he was being investigated. Fuck, that'd be cool if you're on a picture. No, just kidding. I just playing.
No, you'd be like that, and then like next time you'd be on the fucking front of the newspaper. Yeah. Good Lord. And be like Chavez Jr. with his dad and some unidentified media member, and it's like you. Like, you're like doing the money symbol as if you're part of it too, right? But I just pulled it up right here. It just says Canelo Alvarez's business partner accused of money laundering for Mexican cartel. It says that's the one that popped up here. The first one when I googled it. Canelo Alvarez's business partner faces serious accusations of money laundering for a cartel. Canelo, widely regarded as the face of boxing, arguably Okay, nothing apart from his ventures outside of the ring. Canelo has been successful outside of it. His empire includes boxing promotion, gas stations, cocktail company, clothing line. Nothing else to do. Okay, here we go. Hold on. According to report, let's see here. Canelo's an associate of Canelo named Eric Daniel Zamora Delgadillo has been accused of using the convenience store chain and his company, Echo. I don't know how to pronounce that word. for illegal activities, including the distribution of stolen fuel and laundering money for the Jalisco Nueva Generación cartel. Delgado has a checkered past. Oh, geez. Well, that's a bad idea from the jump. And before his involvement with Canelo Energy, he served as president of a company called Agricola Boreal. I don't know what that is. The company is blacklisted by the U.S. Treasury's Office of Foreign Assets Control for alleged drug trafficking and financial laundering. So apparently he was involved with some other company before, and that has since gone under because they're on the U.S. Treasury's list of drug trafficking and so forth. So this was before he got involved with Canelo. I don't know if Canelo knew this and said, all right, fuck yeah, I can make me some more money, let's do it, or he was completely oblivious to it. But apparently he's had issues before his association with Canelo. So yes, it was his business partner who's has some serious allegations of this money laundering. Wow.
Not a good look for all
accusations.
Yeah, it's not a good look.
Wow.
I think the security is probably going to be picking up on all planes leaving Mexico for a while.
No kidding. And
the cat might be out of the bag.
Yeah, it might be. And you ever seen that documentary, Cocaine Cowboys?
Yes,
the documentary about how wide open things were back then, and then things eventually, people closed the shit up. It seems like this happening right now. It's like apparently it was wide open, and people were just, these fuckers were just bringing in their shit on their planes, and now everybody's like, oh, we got to put these guys under a microscope because everybody's gonna be looking at them.
New Jack City was supposed to be filmed in Oakland, California, right?
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was called Cokeland.
No right? Shit. No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that I think the neighborhood guys told the producer, no. If I'm not, so my cousin knows. My cousin's from Oakland. He knows that story. That's his era. So, but I believe they told him no. They told him they couldn't film there.
Damn.
Yeah, so they went to New York, made it New Jack City.
So you got ties with somebody, Andrew? So you're kind of
no. Hey, because you know what I will say, he always says he doesn't know who that cocaine cowboy guy was, because it's all hip hop world, it's all in the streets, right? Everything's known when you're in the streets, right? You'll hear things, and he's like, man, I ain't never heard this motherfucker's name. I ain't never, you know what I mean? So there was always that on that documentary. I really don't know if that documentary is real or not, because he stood very far under the radar if it was, if it is true. But a crazy ass story. It was a crazy story, that documentary, but yeah.
Well, Chavez Jr. finds himself in some pretty deep shit. Let's hope, nothing happens to him, because at this point, they might do something to try to shut his ass up, right, to make sure he doesn't flip, as you say. So we're gonna keep a close eye on this one and see what develops in the coming weeks. But let's light a candle for one Chavez Jr.
It's not looking good.
It is not looking good for him in the slightest. Damn, I thought I thought him, fucking getting his ass taken, deported was bad enough. Now it's like, oh shit, now he's in the hands of them. Oh damn, or detained initially, I should say. All right. Well, let's see here how much time we got. Okay, we're doing good on time. Where we at? Oh yes. Oscar De La Hoya has decided to voice his displeasure of the current generation of boxers, this era, as he calls it, talking specifically about Xander Zayas, because he was basically, he thought that he could make a fight, that he pretty much had the fight already set. Xander Zayas, Virgil Ortiz, they can make the fight happen on pay-per-view, Las Vegas. That's exactly what he was saying in his recent post, talking about a lot of these young fighters, a lot of these guys of this era. He cannot wait for this era to end because all they give a fuck about is money. They don't want to fight the best and, have some sort of legacy, et cetera, et cetera. And he goes on to say that, dude, what the hell? We sent you the offer. We know what's going on. So talking mad shit about Xander Zayas, he clearly was not pleased with the fact that fight's not going to happen. Granted, neither are we, because we're not pleased with it. We would have loved to have seen that, because what happens later, a little bit later, Erickson Lubin is announced as Virgil Ortiz's next opponent. Lubin was, if I'm not mistaken, the number one contender or the mandatory challenger for I can never pronounce his name, Bakram, the guy who knocked the snot out of Tim Zhu.
Right.
He had the IBF belt at 154, and Erickson Lubin was next in line for it. And he's like, nah, let me go ahead and fight Virgil over here, which is probably more lucrative, more high profile, extremely dangerous. Bakram, even though it's for a belt as well, he decided to go and take on Virgil Ortiz, who is the WBC interim champion. But do we agree with Oscar here? Is that the case? He says, I can't wait for this era to fucking end already because these guys don't want to fight one another. What's happening?
He's right up to a certain point. I think we're kind of past that era. I know we're definitely past the pay-per-view era. So him saying, come on, what do you say? San Antonio, DAZN, pay-per-view. Like, Oscar, please stop. That's so dead. You're so sounding fucking old right now. You know,
he said he's an old man. I mean, he's from that era, right? It's just like, exactly. That's not music.
Shut that bro, up, like, no one's buying those things anymore.
Right.
Like, bro, the UFC got off. They got off of the pay-per-view. If anyone was going to stay on it, it would have been them, dude. They got off. It's time to move on, Oscar. He should have said Netflix. He should have said Prime, Amazon Prime, right? Mm-hmm. Say something that's fucking relevant. To me, it sounded like you're just barking. There's no truth to saying Zayas Ortiz pay-per-view. No one's buying pay-per-views, dude. I don't even know if I'd purchase that one. I'd probably just call someone who's got an illegal thing. Just go watch it there.
Which I have not pulled the trigger on, by the way. At least not on the box.
Damn.
I know, right? I haven't. I'm saying I haven't.
Got you.
No. Yeah, because I mean, the home dude's asking for a lot. I'm like, let me think about this. let me go fucking sell some of my other boxes because I have these that don't fucking work. Maybe I should get rid of these first. But yes, pay-per-view is on the way out, right? I mean, clearly the UFC bounced from it. It definitely sounds like he's a little outdated with this, right? At least Oscar. I understand his perspective. Mexico versus Puerto Rico, obviously that's a rivalry that has been around for a long time, and it is the kind that will bring people to the fight. But will it make them, fork out money in this internet age, in this age of, I know you used to steal cable back in the day with those black boxes, but now it's even more prevalent. Right now, it's way the fuck easier. You don't need none of that shit. You can do it for fucking free. So definitely outdated with that pay-per-view model, him going that direction, but I do when you said, we agree with him to a certain degree. Yeah, I think I do agree with him to the point. It's like, why the fuck aren't we getting these fights made? God damn it. We need to be getting these fights made. And now Zayas is going to go in a different direction. We already know that Virgil Ortiz was originally going to be fighting Keith Thurman. That fell because Keith got himself another fight. And then now we have Erickson Lubin stepping in. Erickson Lubin, pretty good fighter. I'm not going to say he's not, right. He's had his losses. I think it was one of the Charlos he lost to, the 154-pound Charlo, lost to Fundora. I can't remember who else right offhand, but hey, you know what? He's a good opponent, a solid guy at 154. Not enough to beat Virgil Ortiz. It's not like we're going to go in there and be like, oh shit, who the fuck's going to win this one? Although we might have if it was Zayas. But first off, what do you think of that? Erickson Lubin stepping in.
It's, I'm not going to lose any sleep over that fight. Lubin's was hot about 5 years ago. Rankings are rankings. What has he done lately as far as beating top opponents? You know what I'm saying? So look at Ortiz is 28. Zayas is 22. They have time. Now, I'm not saying push this fight down 2 years. But if they waited another year, one's 23, one's 29, that's still in their prime. You know what I mean? Let the fight grow. Let Zayas grow. I know what Oscar's doing there. He's trying to get that green. You know what I mean? He doesn't want it. Yeah,
trying
exactly.
To clip the wings before he can fly. Yeah,
that's right. So let him go out there and get some of the other. You have Conor Benn. You have the winner of you have Tim Zhu. You have the winner. Who's Keith Thurman fighting?
He's fighting shit, who the fuck is he fighting? He's not Fundora, is he? Is that what it is or no? No. Keith Thurman, not Fundora. Next fight. Let me just pull that shit up here real quick because I know I'm trying to remember.
Come to me by now, but you know what I'm saying. There's other veteran
Yes, it is gonna be Fundora. Yeah,
Holy
Fundora's belt. That's right. October 25th, MGM Grand. All right. So yeah, it's gonna be Fundora.
Well, that's probably one he won't get by. Maybe he does, but there's other fighters for Zayas to grow on, to grow his name, to get his popularity through the roof. There's no reason to rush this fight. They're still very young. I'm not saying 2 years, but they could wait a year, give him 2 more opponents maybe, and then really bang out a deal here. They've got to be relevant though to get the popularity through the roof. I don't know if 1 year would make him Miguel Cotto. You know what I'm saying, or Tito Trinidad, but it would make them bigger money on the platform than what they are right now. But I am not wasting this fight on pay-per-view. We've seen too many fights wasted on pay-per-view. They're not buying them anymore. Let's go to Netflix. Let's show one of these big boys that we're a major sport. You know what I mean? That people are interested when we give them the free television. And that clip that I sent you. Did you see the clip that I sent you?
No, oh,
I sent you one on Instagram. I just wanted to tell you that's from my mother-in-law. So she's the one that pointed it out.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, yeah. Shit. All right.
Damn. And so she's the one, she sent me Chavez's stuff, like ever since she got into the Netflix boxing thing, bro. That one girl fight. And now I get boxing little articles on my text messages.
Did you hear this? Did you hear about this?
Yeah. I'm telling you, dude, we don't know how much we miss that platform that HBO used to carry for us. You know what I mean? Where they were just watching a movie and then that came on and, oh yeah, I checked that out. That was freaking cool. Oh, that was an excellent fight. I was like, bam. So, but it says Canelo's godfather. Yeah. I told you. So they're all connected, man. It's fucking weird. It's something that needs to really it's going to be looked at. I think.
Yeah, it's going to come to surface real soon, I'm assuming. Yeah.
Yeah. And for all of them, I think if the president of Mexico is for reals and what she's saying about cutting down, we already know America's cutting down, right? We know what mode we're in right now. So it's something, cat's out of the bag. There won't be no more of this bullshit going on. Too bad we had to lose Chavez Jr. And I don't mean lose him on earth, but lose him. He's going to do a serious prison time. If he doesn't, even if he flips, he still might get a decade, right? The flip is to get time taken off.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Still
to get that shit reduced, but he's going to be in there. Yeah.
They're like, instead of life.
Yeah. Instead of you never seeing anybody else ever again. Yeah.
They're going to probably walk him down there where the lifers are, right? And they're going to be like, you two start having sex. Look, this guy's getting raped. Look at that. You want to be that guy? We'll put you in there. I'm just fucking playing. I'm playing today, Miguel. I'm an ass.
It's all right. It's all right. So hey, see the guy in the shower? You see? Don't drop
it. Look, scare straight. Huh? Look at that. Just slap.
You see, you're going to learn a lot about soap on the rope around here, okay? Oscar? I mean, not Oscar.
Go ahead. Tell us what you know.
Yeah.
Fucking singing like a canary, man.
We're gonna give you a couple of opportunities, okay? So just let us know when you're ready to talk, and we'll bring a mic. But yes, so about Virgil, you talked about maybe waiting maybe about a year or so for the what's his name Zayas to mature a little bit. We're looking at Lubin in November, and then possibly in early next year, Boots Ennis. So are we looking at maybe later 2026? Like, I guess ideally the latter half of 2026, we might get Zayas and Virgil then. That's considering that Ortiz gets past Boots.
Shit, Ortiz would be the man if that fight with Boots is made and the winner of that fight is the man of the division, with Fundora sitting a heavy second. Matter of fact, it'd probably be how do they do it? Number 1 and then 1A. I mean, how do you separate Fundora and the winner of Boots Ennis and Ortiz? Correct?
Yeah.
Ortiz. Yeah. So that. Man, this is what I mean by Zayas has time to grow. Now, if I'm Zayas, I take a step back and let them two figure it out, because I don't want to fight both of them in their prime, right? So let some of their prime leave by facing each other, because I got to tell you, the fight of the fucking century is going to be Zayas versus Fundora. Fundora, until he's knocked off, is the freak of the division. That kid can be a star in the boxing world as long as he doesn't get knocked out like he has before. But he has the freakish style, the freakish body, Like everything's working for him. Let him.
He looks freakish. You see him and you're like, oh shit! It's like very startling when you see him.
Yes. Yeah. Bruce Lee versus who is that? Buck Kareem. Right? Remember when Bruce Lee fought Kareem Al-Jabbar in that movie? Did you get frozen on me? Unfreeze, Miguel. Rata. Oh, he's frozen. You got a serious look on your face, bro. I'm going to wait. There he is. He's back. You're back. Ah, he froze. You're sort of. You're coming back. Damn. It's not me, it's him, you guys. Well, you guys know what I was talking about. The Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Bruce Lee. That's what Fondua looks when he faces anybody in the junior middleweight division. I'm going to wait for Miguel to text me, see where he wants to go. Hopefully his internet will freaking start acting right. But we will see. Did he text me? 6:46. We were almost done with the show. Oh, that might be him. It says, I'm coming back. It shouldn't take too long. All right. I told you you'd text. I don't know how he's going to come back, though. I don't know what that means. But we will wait. Yep. He just hung up. Miguel Barrigan has left the meeting. So now you're just with me. Am I still recording? Mm-hmm. Well, this might be it for the show, you guys. Let Miguel. Oh, look at it. That did work.
Oh, all right.
Jeez, I didn't know you could come back like that. That's cool.
I think it gives me a time, like a quick little time limit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get this fixed, but I'm back. I think it gives me a little bit of time.
You know what sucked right now, Miguel?
What's up?
I went totally brain dead, dude. I couldn't think of one boxing story to keep.
What? I thought we were talking about the same story. It was, you finished it? Oh, okay.
But then I finished it, and I was like, "What do I talk about now?" Well, I'm just gonna wait for Miguel. Damn, I got a little nervous. Sorry about that, you guys. That was a weird
the hot seat real fast. They put you in the hot seat. You're like, oh shit, what's going on?
Do I leave? Do I just hang up?
Yeah, it's just like like what's his name? Will Ferrell when he's like in Talladega Nights, like I don't know what to do with my hands.
I should have did that. Fucking good.
Gosh. Well, let me throw one last one at you here before we finish up. Before my fucking internet goes out again, but. Did you see the lineup for the Canelo Crawford undercard, or specifically the early prelims that are going to be live on YouTube? It's okay, Suri Boachuk is on there. He's going to be like the one that I guess the featured fight of that card, or of like the early prelims. I don't get something. These fights are going to be free on YouTube. The main event is going to be free anyway. Why don't you just do it on, like, if you watch a card on DAZN, let's say, if you catch these fights on DAZN, the DAZN has like a prelim called Before the Bell, where there's like 3 or 4 fights that are on DAZN, and then the main card starts. Right, that's pretty common. The fact that the Canelo Crawford fight is going to be on Netflix, why not just put these damn fights on the Netflix? Like, I don't get why they would go first to YouTube with these early preliminary fights and then the main card on Netflix. It's gonna be free anyway. Why not just put them on fucking Netflix?
I gotta think that it lies somewhere with the money, right? They're messing with Terrence Crawford and Canelo's money. They don't want to get too many fighters on the Netflix deal or platform in case everyone starts screaming they want bigger shares. That's the only thing I could think of. It's not like going to YouTube is going to give them any more exposure than they don't already have by the main event. The main event sold the fight. It's not the prelims, right? So yeah, I don't see them putting that on YouTube benefiting the fight, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I can only think that it has to do with the money, and that's like a dead end road for these guys. Is like, hey, you guys are only going to get your base, whatever you sign for guaranteed purses, that's what you're getting. There's going to be no revenue, in the sale. Because I got to think Netflix is going to start paying by eyeballs. I mean, they can clearly see who's getting the most views on their platforms, right?
Sure.
So they're going to look at these fights, and I think these guys are going to have a guaranteed purse that they're going to give them. And then in the contract, it's going to say if you go over 15 million, you're going to get this bonus. If you go over 20 million homes, you're going to get this bonus. If you go over this, and when I say bonus, I'm talking millions of dollars. I'm not talking 50 grand.
Right.
And I think that's how they're going to start paying these high price fighters. That's, I guess, my dream. Let's hope it comes true. But that's what when you have 330 fucking million subscribers a month that pay you, pretty big wallet you have there.
Yeah, exactly. For how long? How long has Netflix been around? Since because I know they basically took Blockbuster out of fucking business, basically. But like 06 maybe?
They took Redbox out of business, right? Because
them too? Oh shit. I haven't seen a Redbox in a hot minute. Damn, probably right. Yeah.
Yeah. I think Redbox was right at the ones that started beating up Blockbuster. Everyone was like, "Oh, I could just go to the corner and get it." And then as soon as Blockbuster closed, we were like, "Wait, no, idiots."
Yeah,
I like Blockbuster. You know what? I think if a mom and pop shop came out, look, everyone's talking about going back to DVD, Blu-ray. Have you heard this new thing? Because of the way how do you say it? Algorithm is set up on Netflix. Once they know what you like, they'll start putting all that shit for money. Have you noticed that with them?
Oh, I see. No, I didn't know that. No.
Oh yeah, fuck those guys. Oh yeah, they're not dumb. They're like, oh, you like Gremlins? Now all of them cost $3.99. Oh, you like Rocky movies? Now all of them cost $1.99.
I've noticed that, but not with Netflix, because I don't really use Netflix. Quite frankly, I only have Netflix because my T-Mobile account was gonna give it to me. I was like, all right, fuck it, yeah. I'm sure they told me I'm not paying for this for free, but I'm sure I'm indirectly paying for it to some degree. But I noticed that on other stuff, like anything else, Hulu for that matter, or fucking Amazon Prime. I'm like, fuck, I haven't seen this movie in a minute. Let me go ahead and pull up this Friday the 13th. What? $4.99? Like, what the fuck? Since when? Like, I literally, yeah. And then it goes back and forth, like I'll watch it 1 month, and then like 6 months later I'll watch it and I have to rent it, and then another 7 months go by and then it's free again. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? But I haven't noticed that specifically from Netflix, but I do see it from other places.
Like I'll give you the hustle of HBO that I always. Now maybe I was staying up too many nights in a row watching boxing and doing reports, but I got to tell you, HBO I think had the same little hustle, dude. Sometimes, bro, when I didn't have and it wasn't too often, but it felt like when I did not have the subscription, or maybe if I was in a house that didn't have the subscription to HBO, when you go to the menu, it's like Spider-Man, fucking Jurassic Park, fucking Goodfellas. Like, man, I'm talking because I'm older. These are all 90s movies, right? But they're all hits. I'm like, man, these are what? My menu ever look like this? Then when I go on it, they got all these other movies. I'm like, wait a minute, I just seen 3 back-to-back bombers. So I think they used to have that little hustle, like, look what you're missing. And then as soon as you pay them, they're like, give them the B-rated shit. Fucking, we're not doing that. That's how I think they used to do it. But I definitely know fucking Netflix, whatever I type in, I have to pay for. And it's not even mine. You only get to rent it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
I have heard of people trying to go back to, what do they call it? There's another word for it, like physical media or something like that. Like, because this is like digital media, right? So I have a box full of like fucking UFC DVDs, boxing DVDs, whatever the fuck Showtime would sell, right? Stuff like that. So I have a bunch of it. Because when I was broke and I had my own apartment one time, I didn't have any cable, so I had to go buy used DVDs of horror movies, stuff like that. So I have a whole bunch of that shit. But yeah, I have heard of people trying to go back to that, but not because of that. That part I haven't known.
Yeah, look, even the movie stars, I do think they're double dipping by telling us to go back to that, because now we've already paid to rent to watch the bitch, and now we're paying to own it. But it is smarter to own, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah. Do you have a DVD player still?
Yes, through our PS4. And it's PS4. My PS4 still works. Fuck you guys. Fuck the PS5.
Oh, what? You don't have the newest iPhone?
No. But you know what I did? I wanted the kids, someone to pull straight A's, dude. I have 3 babies out there. Just one of them has to do it, Miguel. Junior's almost 12. I'm like, girl, you're about to hit high school. I'm never getting you a PS5. Next.
Is that the carrot on the stick? It's just
Junior was very close. Like he had like a B and a B minus or something. I was like, bro, you just need 2 more grades. I swear it's yours if you can do this. Because I've never had straight A's. So I was trying to pull it out of one of my 3 kids. Because Isa might have had it, but Isa had everything. She was the only child. You know that. So yeah. So that's why I haven't bought the PS5 yet. But I don't know, dude. It might not happen. It's getting
That guy. I'm gonna have to start. Huh?
Natalia just hit the 1st grade, so we might have a shot here this year, baby. Let's go.
I'm gonna have to change your nickname to like Joe Jackson. Or what's Michael Jackson's pop's name? It's like, yeah, you're gonna get straight A's, or else this fucking PS5 that I have already in the garage is going in the fucking fireplace, kids. So if y'all better come out with straight A's. Good Lord. Oh, by the way, side note before we finish up, because we got a few more minutes here. I just pulled up on Instagram here. Somebody posted this shit, and I'm like, what the fuck? It's in regards to Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis. It says that shit is crazy. Jake Paul really been, gosh, why do these guys need a publicist? Really been the A side against Mike Tyson, and now Tank Davis, and allegedly would have been an A side against Canelo Alvarez. I don't know about that. Maybe he really is the face of boxing. That's what this person is saying. I don't know if it would have been the A side against Canelo. Shit. I mean, maybe he is here. I don't know. I mean, but anyway, I just thought it just literally happened to pop up right as I was going through some of these last minute stories.
It's possible he's the A side with Gervonta. Look, we all know Gervonta's last TV deal was a joke, right? The $35 million per fight. I don't think he ever made that. I think they seen the Garcia fight. They signed it. They tried it. It didn't work out, and they're moving on. So he's kind of left with nothing, right? I think Jake Paul is the A side of this negotiating. Yeah, he's going into his area.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like it says here, like maybe he is the face of boxing. No, I wouldn't say that. I mean, celebrity boxing, maybe. This exhibition shit, maybe. Yeah, not over here, because we know who the fuck he's fighting. He ain't fighting somebody his own size or his own age or his own, whatever, a professional. He ain't doing that shit.
History is going to be on the good side of Jake Paul, though, if the Netflix thing works out, Miguel. We can't knock the kid for where he got us.
No. Yeah, I mean, that's completely different, though. Granted, he used. I mean, maybe he could have done something else, but the fact that he went that direction, he used boxing, and now got us there. Give him his prompts because he did that. But sure as fuck isn't the face of boxing. Fuck out of here. He'll be given credit, and he'll go down in the boxing history as possibly the guy who got us there, right?
Saved us, yeah. Saved us, bro, because we were floundering here. We're fucking flying to Saudi Arabia, and
we're still floundering, or it's getting better with the Netflix.
It's getting better, yeah.
But we're not there yet. We're not exactly saved yet. You know what I'm saying? We all said the same shit about Oscar and Floyd. It's like, oh, everybody's watching. This is the fight to save boxing. I don't know if that got us to where we're at right now, but we're on our way there. Let's just say.
Yep.
All right. Well, that pretty much sums it up. Anything else you wanted to add to this, Andrew, before we call it a show?
Nah, I think I've done enough damage to our name today.
Oh, you mean that the what was it I did it the Diddy comment
and Diddy comments, the Haney cartels. It's all poor Chavez.
Yeah, your possible connection with your.
Hey, stop it! Suicide watch for Chavez. Epstein watch. It's gonna be the Epstein. Oh, we here's the tape. Hey, we're missing a minute. Yeah, I don't know. When the thing, when it does its own little thing, it just erases. My bad.
Yeah, it's like, we're Mexico. We don't have the technology y'all guys have. That shit happens, Our Wi-Fi fucks up every so often. Miguel apparently is in Mexico too, because my Wi-Fi is pretty fucked up. I could be wrong.
Wi-Fi didn't even work, so
if it works to begin with, but. That's gonna call it. That's gonna be it. That's gonna be call it a night. We will be back next Sunday. There ain't more fights. There ain't really shit for a little bit, but I'm sure something will pop up. Some news will pop up. If there is, we'll make sure to bring it next Sunday because we'll find something to talk about. So that's gonna be it for the day. This has been Miguel Antonio Barragan, aka Fight Feed Migs, along with my co-host Andrew. Don't get it twisted, Lapiche. This has been Mad Boxing Show. Thank you once more for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your work week. Take care. Peace.